Hey, welcome back. This is Rick Garza. Once again, excited to be here as we talk about the character and the habits and the life of a professional sales athlete. Today is scroll number 10 of the book that I've been talking about, written by Mandino, which is The Greatest Salesman in the World. Phenomenal book, a short read, but just a great story. And I think the reason it's become so successful and has lasted for so many decades is because of the fact that it doesn't require you to hold on to something that requires this expectation of you read it and you can achieve it. It's really based on principles. And principles are like laws, the laws of nature. And a law exists whether you believe it or not. Principles exist whether you believe it or not. But the key thing is, if you know what they are and you can apply them into your life, those principles will work on your behalf. Scroll number 1 talks about, today I begin a new life. I woke up this morning and I knew that today was the first day of the rest of my life, and I had a choice on how I was going to start this day. And I chose to look at the benefits. I chose to look at the gifts that lay before me. And I chose to realize that I can apply these principles that Og talks about and make a difference not only in my life, but in the lives of those that I touch. So I'm continuing developing good habits so I can get rid of the bad ones and become more and more of the person that I have been called to be. Scroll number 10 is the Salesman's Prayer, and it wraps up all of the previous 9 scrolls in something that we all need to do more of, and that is to come in prayer with humility. And humility, because this prayer that Og provides in scroll number 10 really summarizes everything that we need to be as professional sales athletes. We need to realize that there is nothing guaranteed, but we need to come humbly before our God and not ask for material possessions, but ask for guidance. You know, so many times we get into these crises, whether it be crisis of debt or crisis of sales quotas or crisis of deadlines, and we just want. We want to get through that drive-through order and drive through and pick it up, or we want to go on to to Amazon and order something, and with a couple of clicks, we know it's on our way. Well, scroll number 10 really destroys that principle when it comes to a salesman's prayer, because the prayer of a salesman is to walk in humility and knowing that we can do nothing without God, and we can do nothing without all of the people that have been placed in our lives, and that we need to see other people with the same kind of agape love that God sees in us and that we want others to see in us. And so we come asking for guidance and not for material possessions. And an interesting thing is, we've maybe been conditioned here in the U.S. that when we come asking for something, we always expect that answer to be yes. But actually what we're doing is asking for an answer of God, and many times that answer may be no. It says that if a son asks his father for a loaf of bread and his father does not provide it, is not that the answer? So what we need to be doing is asking ourselves, what can we do to touch other people's lives? How can we indel in and engrave into our hearts these principles that allow us to greet others with agape love, that allow us to act now, that allow us to live today as if it is my last, to be able to do things with persistency, with determination, but do it with humility, to say, God, you give me the guidance. God, you give me the direction. And I'll conclude with this, that you're praying to God, because I do every day, but I always tell myself, God, help me to do and be my best, and you do the rest. Again, let me say that again. Do your best and then allow God to do the rest. And that kind of summarizes scroll number 10, because all we can do is be our best and to do our best, and yet strive each and every day to get just a little bit better. So I encourage you to read the book, but I more than anything else encourage you to live this day with enthusiasm, with excitement, with energy, because this is the first day of the rest of your life, and you and I are destined to become the greatest salesman in the world as we develop our skills to become the professional sales athletes we've been called to be. Make it a great day, and talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.